So the final 4 queens have been selected, and I'm here to run their track records on this All-Star season to see which queen should take the crown. Thank you for returning to Couture TV for this latest review. Before I begin, don't forget to like and to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell for updates on my latest videos. So this season is coming to an end, and those 4 All-Star queens have slayed throughout this competition. But I am here to break down every challenge each queen has won, been safe, been in the bottom 2 or 3, or how many times a queen has been in the top 2 to come up with who I believe should rightfully take the crown. There were 7 main challenges and 7 lip syncs so far in this competition, and the queens to make it to the top are
Miss BB, Zaha, Benet.
Round 2,
Kennedy
bitches.
Davenport,
Oh,
Trixie
honey.
Mattel.
Whew. That's how I roll.
and Shangela.
It looks like the box got an upgrade, and so did I.
For my first breakdown, we will discuss how many times a queen has been in the bottom. So we're going to start with Shangela. Shangela, she has been in the bottom 2 of the main competitions, which were the Pop Art Ball and Handmaids to Kitty Girls, which was episode 5 and 6. BB Zahara, she has been in the bottom for 1 main challenge in this competition, which was a My Made Squirrel Friends Drag's Wedding Trip. Kennedy Davenport has been in the bottom of 4 of the main challenges in this competition, which was Divas Lip Sync Live, the All-Star Snatch Game, Handmade to Kitty Girls, and My Bridesmaid Squirrel Friends Drag Wedding Trip. Okay? Trixie Mattel, she has been in the bottom for 2 of the main challenges in this competition, which were the All-Star Snatch Game and Handmaids to Kitty Girls. Now, this is a no-brainer that a queen that has been in the bottom 4 times definitely cannot take the crown. Maybe Miss Congeniality, but not All-Stars Hall of Fame. So this, for me, eliminates Kennedy Davenport from this lineup of queens. But let's not get it twisted. Kennedy is a very seasoned queen, but for this season of All-Stars, she struggled a bit with runway looks and her performances. While this may push her out of the running, for me, the fact that BB Zahara has only been in the bottom 1 time says a lot about her style of drag and currently moves her to the number 1 spot to take the crown. Shangela is at number 2 with being in the bottom 2 of the 7 main challenges. Trixie Mattel is at number 3, tied with being in the bottom 2 of the 7 main challenges. And Kennedy, like I said, is in last place with being in the bottom 4 of 7 main challenges, which, like I said, puts BB Zahara at number 1, Shangela at number 2, Trixie Mattel at number 3, and Kennedy Davenport at number 4. But for me, I'm going to just eliminate her altogether. But I'm going to leave her in this lineup just for the sake of the lineup. So my second breakdown is, how many times has the queen been safe? Shangela has been safe 2 out of the 7 challenges in this competition, with her being safe in the Bitchelor and with her being safe in the All-Star Variety Show. Even though she received positive critiques back from the judges, she still was deemed safe. BB Zahara, she was safe in Divas Lip Sync Live, received positive critiques from the judges, but she was still deemed safe in that competition. Episode 3, The Bitchelor, Episode 4, All-Star Snatch Game. She received criticism from the judges, but they still deemed her safe. And of course, the All-Star Variety Show, she was safe. Kennedy Davenport has been safe 2 out of the 7 times with the Episode 5 Pop Art Ball and Episode 1 All-Star Variety Show. Trixie Mattel was safe for Episode 2 Divas Lip Sync Live and Episode 3 The Bitchelor, and she received positive critiques from the judges, but she still was ultimately deemed safe in The Bitchelor, and she was also safe in the All-Star Variety Show. Now, when we say, can I get a free ride, I believe that is the definition of BB Zahara for this, for she has been safe 4 out of 7 main challenges, which moves her down to the number 2 spot when I think of All-Star Hall of Fame realness. I mean, I don't think safe, you know what I'm saying? But BB was definitely giving me free ride fish this season.
If I came here to be safe, I would have walked in a condo.
Which moves Shangela up to the number 1 spot, seeing she has been safe 1 out of the 7 challenges in this competition. And I want an all-star who takes those risks, and Shangela, she did that. But this also keeps Trixie Mattel to the number 3 spot, because even though she was only safe 3 of the 7 main challenges, she was still in the bottom more than BB and stayed safe more than Shangela. And Kennedy still holds the spot for number 4 because even though she was safe 2 of the 7 main challenges with Shangela, she still holds the spot for being in the bottom 4 out of 7 main challenges, which to me completely knocks her out of the competition. So right now the lineup is number 1, Shangela, number 2, BB Zahara Benet, number 3, Trixie Mattel, and at number 4, Kennedy Davenport is still keeping her spot. How many times have the queens been in the top 2? So we're going to start with Shangela. This is really in no specific order. I'm literally just starting with Shangela, like going down the list. But Shangela has been in the top 2, 3 out of 7 competitions right now so far in the season. So she was top 2 in the Divas Lip Sync Live. She was top 2 in AllStar Snatch Game. And she was also in the top 2 with My Best Squirrel Friends Drag Wedding Trip. Okay, so BB Zahara Benet, she has been in the top 2 twice, 2 out of the 7 times at the Pop Art Ball. Yeah, I'm Pussy Beach. And the Handmaids to Kitty Girls, which is 2 of the main challenges. Trixie Mattel, as well as BB Zahara, have both been in the top 2 for the Pop Art Ball, and Trixie Mattel was in the top 2 for My Best Squirrel Friends Drag Race Trip. So can I say hallelujah? Shangela has been slaying this competition left and right with her being in the top 2 All-Stars, 3 out of the 7 main challenges so far in this competition, which leaves her at the number 1 spot. With BB and Trixie tied for being in the top 2 of the 7 main challenges, BB is still holding that number 2 spot because even though Trixie and BB are tied, Trixie was still in the bottom more than BB Zahara. For me, being in the bottom, potentially going home, holds a big weight in this competition. So, like I said, number 1 is Shangela, number 2 is BB Zahara, number 3 is Trixie Mattel, and again, holding that number 4 spot for me is Kennedy Davenport. So, here is my last, final big breakdown for the crown, and that is which queen won the most lip syncs for your legacy battles. So, then I'm going to start with Shangela. Shangela...
You made this song number 1. Can I get more of me?
On the lip sync for your legacy for Divas Lip Sync Live and for the All-Star Snatch Game, which she tied with BDLC. But I'm still going to count that as a win because even though she tied, she still won and she still got a tip and she still was able to choose to send a queen home, which ultimately gives her the power, which means she still won that competition. And she also won episode 7. Lip sync for your legacy battle. BB Zahara, on the other hand, has only won 1 lip sync for your legacy out of the whole 7 challenges and lip syncs that they've had on the show. And that was for the Pop Art Ball. You know, and I feel like that was good for her. I was waiting on her to get a win, but she's only won 1 lip sync for your legacy. And Trixie Mattel has won none. Trixie Mattel has been in the top twice, but she has not managed to get out a win on a lip sync yet. So hopefully this last challenge, maybe she'll probably pull out a win. But looking at her track record and her history, I don't think Trixie Mattel has it in her to win a lip sync. But you know, I could be wrong. If you think I'm wrong, leave your comments below. So this definitely is one of the biggest breakdowns of them all. And out of these queens, Shangela takes the number 1 spot for the most wins of her legacy. Even though her snatch game was a tie with BDLC, she still came through with more wins without the tie than her competition, being 2 out of 7 lip sync wins without the tie with BDLC and 3 out of 7 lip sync wins with the tie. So she is still popping flavor and dripping sauce on this competition. BB Zahara is at the number 2 spot for 1 out of 7 lip sync wins. And Trixie, having not won any lip syncs at all, keeps her at the number 3 spot for the crown to me. So the queen, I believe, should sashay away with this crown is Shangela. Miss Hallelujah has brought all of the cunt to the competition. Her charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, and her stats for this All-Star Season 3 have shown.
Shangela, wow, are you happy to see me?
My look is inspired by this video I saw of Lady Gaga in Paris with this costume created by my friend Perry Meek. And I was like, oh, now that's a stunt. She looked like a silver sea urchin. And baby, I'm about to be read and remembered.
In the event of a crash, your couture can be used as a flotation device.
From her runway looks to her performances, she has slayed this competition, and she is definitely RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Season 3 Hall of Fame queen. So, thank you guys for listening to my review. So, based on my critiques, who do you think should walk away with the crown? Do you think it's Miss Kennedy Davenport who should walk away with the crown? Do you think it's Miss Trixie Mattel should walk away with the crown? Or do you think it's BB Zahara Benet who should walk away with the crown? Or are you Team Couture TV? Because I think Shangela is going to walk away with that crown. But, hey, you never know. So don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. This has been the Couture Rose TV. Peace.